Hey guys, Jerry West here. Good morning. How are you today? Happy Monday. Happy Monday to everybody. This is lesson 25 of 52, Fear of Failure. I'm going to share this to all my groups here, and we'll get started. So lesson 2552 from my book, 52 Lessons from Network Marketing. If you don't have a copy and you'd like to follow along with these videos with the book, then you can pick one up on Amazon or Kindle. You can also join my free Facebook group, which is a personal development group open to anybody in any company. That is 52 Lessons from Network Marketing. Just do a search and you can request to join the group. I'll let you in there. If you want to watch all my past videos, you can go on my YouTube channel and subscribe, or you could just watch them inside of my private Facebook group. When you jump on, say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. And because we have so many people dealing with freezing cold temperatures right now, let me know what the temperature is where you are. Here it's like, I think it's like 10 degrees here today. It's pretty cold. It's going to go down lower though. It's going to, this week we're getting like probably 1 to 2 feet more of snow, and we're going to have minus 35 degree wind chills. Morning, Michelle. How are you? Hey, Christina. How are you doing today? So we have a great topic, guys. If you're watching the replay, give me a hashtag replay. Say hello when you jump on. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know what the temperature is. 11 degrees in Angola. All right. Looks like you're a little bit warmer than East Aurora here. Sarah. Good morning. Cassie Culp, how are you? Good to see you. Hey, Beth, what's going on? 53? 53 is shorts weather. If we had that up here, we would be wearing shorts. We'd be rollerblading at the park and everything. Right, Sarah? Morning, Angela. How's it going? 50 in North Carolina. I would take 50 every day of the week. And in exchange for what we're going to have this week. What's up, Lindsay? How's it going? Hey, Jamie. What's happening? Thanks for connecting with me. All right, all right. So let's get into it, guys. Lesson 25, Fear of Failure, from my book, 52 Lessons from Network Marketing. And the one thing that holds so many of us back is fear, right? We're afraid to take action, so because of the outcome, or what the outcome might be. A wise man once said that fear is false evidence appearing real. So it's the things that we make up in our head that we think might happen, that we're afraid of. So for that reason, we don't act, you know? It's crazy. It's really crazy. And we'll even sometimes lie to ourselves for the reasons that we don't act. You know, we'll say, well, you know, I don't know them that well, so it wasn't the right time to bring this up. Or, you know, I've already talked to everybody that I know, or I've run out of people to talk to, or nobody wants this product or service, or, you know, it's too expensive. We'll make up all these reasons in our mind, lying to ourselves, so that we don't, to prevent ourselves from taking further action, because we're trying to protect ourselves from possibly failing when we didn't even do anything. So if you've ever lied to yourself, if you've ever given yourself an excuse that's not true, and be honest, give me a 1 in the comments. Have you ever lied to yourself? I have. I mean, I used to do that all the time. I used to lie to myself and tell myself BS, nonsense, just to avoid having to go take action and actually talk to people. You know, I used to lie to myself. I used to say, hey, no one's going to pay this money to start this business, or nobody I know is interested in this business, or, you know, I don't know anybody that wants to pay this amount of money for these products. It's all lies that we tell ourselves to protect ourselves from taking action, because we're afraid of what? What's the worst possible scenario when you talk to somebody? They say no. They might get mad at you. Do we really care if people are mad at us? I mean, seriously, do we really care that much if somebody who's an acquaintance of ours is upset with us because we made a suggestion to them, because we brought something up that they're not interested in? Are we really that scared that they might not be interested, so we don't bring it up? Like we're shaking in fear, right? It sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? So, excuse me here. The weather keeps changing, so I got this cough won't stop. So here's the thing, guys. Every day you're building a muscle, whether you want to or not. You're building one of two muscles, whether you want to or not. Okay? And that's either the muscle of action, of getting out there and getting it done, or the muscle of inaction, of backing down, making excuses, putting things off, procrastinating, whatever. You're building one of those two muscles every single day. And every time you do something or not do something to build one of those muscles, it gets stronger. So if you go out there and you take action, you push past fear, you take action, that gets stronger. The muscle of action gets stronger. But if you don't take action, if you hold yourself back, if you procrastinate, if you wait another day, whatever you want to call it, every time you do that, the muscle of inaction gets stronger and stronger. And every time the muscle of inaction gets stronger, it takes your power away and you get weaker. And the only way to stop the muscle of inaction from getting stronger and holding you down is to actually take action and build that action muscle strong enough so that that muscle of inaction doesn't stop you. Okay? I'm going to ask you guys a question. Give me a 2 in the comments if you've ever been in a situation. Let's say either you're in a conversation with somebody face-to-face at the grocery store, at the mall, at a school function, wherever. You're in a conversation. Maybe it's with parents of another child in your child's class. Maybe it's with people after church or whatever. You're in a social situation conversation, and that person brings up something that your product or service or your opportunity might be able to help with, okay? They say something like, I've had a lot of back pain lately. Or they say, I never have enough money at the end of the month. We hardly ever have extra money to go out. We're eating hot dogs and ramen noodles every night. Whatever. They bring something up that lights that bulb in your head, and you think, I have the solution. I have the solution. I have the product they need. I have the opportunity they need. But you don't bring it up. So give me a 2 in the comments if you've ever been in that situation, and for whatever reason, you just couldn't bring yourself to bring it up. You couldn't bring yourself to suggest it, like, hey, I don't know if this will help you or not, but I've been taking these products and they've been helping me. Or, hey, maybe you should take a look at what I do. I've been taking part in this part-time venture for X months now, and I'm earning an extra couple $100 a month or $500 a month. This might help you. Or you're open to taking a look at this. But for whatever reason, it can help them. You have a possible solution for these people, but you don't bring it up. You actually, what you're doing is you're depriving them of the chance to take advantage of an opportunity. Give me a 3 in the comments if you're happy. Like, if you are happy that the person who brought up your company to you, your products to you, like, if you're just ever so grateful that they told you about it. I am. Number 3 right there. I am ever so grateful that I was told about the company that I'm affiliated with, about those products. There's not a day that goes by that I'm not grateful that the person who sponsored me thought enough of me to share those products and opportunity with me. So who am I to deprive somebody else of the chance to say yes or no to me? Who am I to not make them aware of the same opportunity that I'm grateful for? Think of it that way. If you don't tell them, you're doing them a disservice, right? You're doing them a disservice. But this person's standing there talking to you, and it occurs to you that you can help them with what you have, but you don't say anything because you start to get those butterflies that start in the bottom of your stomach and they come all the way up into your throat, and you start to feel that nervousness and your hand is shaking and you're like, you just can't bring it up for whatever reason. It's a horrible feeling, guys. There's only one way to get rid of that feeling. So how does it make you feel when you're in that situation and you don't bring it up? And then you walk out of the grocery store or the church or wherever you are, you leave the scene and go back to your vehicle and you're driving home. What does it feel like afterwards when you were in that situation and you didn't bring it up? How does that make you feel? How does that make you feel, guys? Put that in the comments. It's frustrating, isn't it? It's debilitating. It's demoralizing. It makes you feel regret. And regret sucks. It sucks. Like Jim Rohn said, right? We suffer one of two pains. All of us suffer one of two pains. Either the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. And the difference is the pain of discipline weighs ounces, but the pain of regret weighs tons. The pain of regret gets strapped around our shoulders and it holds us down on the ground because it's so freaking heavy. It's not a good feeling, right? Anytime you've ever walked away from a situation where you could have, and you know in your heart you should have brought up your product or opportunity, but you didn't, and you walk away, let's just be honest, that feels like shit, doesn't it? It sucks. It really sucks. Well, there's only one way to avoid feeling that way, and it's to push past the fear. Because the same indicators that are making you walk away, those are the same indicators that are telling you that you need to act. Those butterflies in the stomach, that feeling of nervousness, that tension in your hand that's shaking, you're sitting there sweating, your palms are sweating, and you're like, oh my God, I should bring it up right now. Well, guess what? The only way to get rid of that feeling is if you do bring it up, regardless of what the result of that conversation is. Because what's the worst that can happen? That person is going to say, not interested in that, no thanks. And then they might be mad at you. Well, guess what? After you walk away, even if the worst case scenario happens and they say no or they say they're not interested, you're still going to feel a lot better because you brought it up, because you acted, because you took that action. You're going to feel a lot better than you would if you don't say anything and you never know. What's better? Knowing that the answer is no, or not ever knowing? Or perhaps 2 months later, you see that person is now a part of your company and they were sponsored by somebody else who wasn't afraid to say something to them. That really sucks, guys. Like, that's the worst. I tell my team, now's the time. Go out there and tell everyone you know about your products and opportunity before somebody else does. Because if somebody else beats you to it, if that 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 people that are out there that you'd really, really like to work with that are great contacts on your list, if somebody else goes and tells them first and they decide to take advantage, that feeling of regret, guys, is the worst. You don't want that to ever happen to you. The only thing that squashes fear is immediate and decisive action. If you guys are getting value from this, tap those hearts as many times as you can in the bottom corner of your screen. Give me some arm flex emojis. Give me some fist bump emojis if you guys are getting value out of this. All right. But seriously, build the muscle of action every day, because the more action you take, the more times that you step outside your comfort zone when you're getting those butterflies and you just push past it and you act anyway, no matter how nervous you are, no matter how scared you are, every time you push past that, the fear gets immediately squashed. the fear is immediately gone, no matter what the result of that conversation is, no matter what the result of that interaction is. The fear disappears the second you take action. It always does. And the more you do that, the more you stomp on that fear and squash that fear and take immediate and decisive action, the stronger that muscle of action gets, and the weaker that muscle of inaction gets. Because guess what? You're always going to feel fear. If you've ever thought to yourself, when am I not going to feel fear? Like, when am I ever going to just be comfortable with everything? Well, I'm sorry to inform you about this, but everybody feels fear. I feel fear. Successful people, the most successful people in the world, feel fear. The difference is that they have built their muscle of action every single day consistently. Discipline. Discipline over regret. Okay? They've built their muscle of action over and over and over and over again. And in spite of the fact that they feel fear, they act anyway. That's the difference between successful and not successful. Is not that you don't feel fear, it's that even if you feel fear, you take that action anyway and you smash it in the face. You squash that fear the second that you feel the fear. And that's the only way to kill it. What's up, guys? If you haven't said hello yet, give me a shout out. Let me know where you're watching from today. Let me know what the temperature is where you're watching from today. We have some miserable wind chills coming in here. So I have a challenge for you guys this week. Are you guys up for a challenge? Who's up for a challenge? Let me know if you're up for a challenge in the comments. Okay. So let's look this up in my book here. Thanks for the mic drop, Beth. All right. So here's your challenge, guys, and you're going to have to pay extra close attention to all of your interactions this week, okay? But pay close attention throughout this entire week. And anytime that you get yourself into a situation where you start to feel that fear creep in, like we were just talking about, anytime that you start to feel that fear, those butterflies in the stomach, that nervousness, I want you to take notice of that and think about this video. I want you to take notice of that, and I want you to take immediate, decisive action the second you feel it, the second you become aware that, oh my God, I'm feeling that feeling Jared was telling me about. I want you to take immediate and decisive action every time you feel it, but pay extra close attention for when it creeps in, because I want you to notice it. And I want you to notice the difference between acting and not acting. I want you to notice how you feel. Like if you do walk away, I want you to notice how you feel after that. And if you take action, no matter what the result was, I want you to notice how you feel after that and what the difference is, okay? Because I guarantee you when you take action, number one, the worst case scenario is probably not going to happen. Even if it does, it's not that bad, right? Because you took the action, you're going to feel a lot better for having taken that action than you would if you didn't. So I want you to notice the difference. And then every time that happens, anytime that you should have taken action, but you don't, and you walk away, I want you to notate the situation. I want you to write that down, the situation that you were in. I want you to take note of the situation that you were in where you should have said something, or you should have brought up your company or your products, your opportunity, whatever, and you didn't, and you just walked away, or you're on the phone call and you just hung up and you didn't bring it up for whatever reason because you got nervous. I want you to write that down. I want you to take notice of that. And then at the end of the week, just look at that list of how many opportunities you could have had to bring it up, but you didn't. And use that as motivation for yourself. Like, I seriously, like, if you have 3 or 4 occurrences within the next week where you could have taken action, should have taken action, should, could have, would have, but you didn't for whatever reason because you were nervous or you were scared. I want you to look at that list after a week, and I want you to get pissed off and use that as motivation to squash that fear the next time. Because you're not going to do that anymore, okay? If I have any control over it, you're not going to do that anymore. Squash that fear. So who's up for this challenge this week? If you guys are up for the challenge, give me some fist bump emojis. Tap those hearts. Flex those arms. Give me arm flex emojis. Exactly. No more. No more building the muscle of inaction. The only thing that's going to get you from where you are to where you want to be is if you take immediate and decisive action. Not just when you feel fear, but every single day. Discipline. Feel the weight of discipline, the pain of discipline, okay? It hurts. It sucks having to be disciplined. But we both know what sucks a lot more is regret. The feeling of regret is the worst feeling in the world. So that's your challenge for this week. We're going to avoid the regrets. We're going to build the muscle of discipline, the muscle of action, the muscle of making it rain, making it happen, getting out there, doing what you need to do, getting it done. That's what we're going to do this week. All right, guys? So I hope you got value out of this. Once again, if you guys want a copy of my book, it's on Amazon and Kindle. You can follow along with these videos. Join my Facebook group, 52 Lessons from Network Marketing. It's a personal development group. And also you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. All of my past videos are on there. From lessons 1 through 24. Actually, I have to upload the last 2, I think. So I think 1 through 22 might be on there, and I still have to upload today's and the last 2. So take it easy, guys. Have a great one. Peace.